Not smoking. Not poor diet. Not skipping the gym. A sleep habit that hundreds of millions of people share, one that most doctors have never even asked you about. Brand new research published this week has exposed a hidden link between your nightly sleep routine and your heart, and the findings are alarming. Stay with me because this one will change how you go to bed tonight. If this is your first time here, subscribe now and hit the bell. We cover the health stories that actually affect your life, every single week. What the new research found: a major new study has found that a chaotic sleep schedule in your 40s could be quietly setting the stage for serious heart trouble later in life, with irregular sleep patterns linked to double the risk of a heart attack compared to people with consistent sleep routines. Science Daily, let that sink in. Not sleeping too little. Not sleeping too much. Simply sleeping at inconsistent times, going to bed at different hours each night, waking up at different times each morning, is enough to dramatically raise your cardiovascular risk. This is not about insomnia. This is not about people who struggle to fall asleep. This is about people who function perfectly fine day to day but whose sleep schedule shifts around by an hour or two depending on the night. Researchers are calling it social jet lag, and it is far more common and far more dangerous than anyone realized. What is social jet lag, and do you have it? Think about your last 2 weeks. Did you go to sleep at the same time every night? Did you wake up at the same time every morning, including weekends? If you answered no, you likely have social jet lag. Scientists have uncovered that poor sleep consistency is closely tied to accelerated aging in key immune cells, inflammation pathways, and metabolic disruption, all of which directly stress the cardiovascular system over time. Our health, though, here is what is happening inside your body when your sleep schedule is inconsistent. Your body runs on an internal clock called the circadian rhythm, a 24-hour biological cycle that controls everything from hormone release to blood pressure regulation to cellular repair. When you disrupt that clock repeatedly, sleeping at midnight on Monday, 2 a.m. on Friday, 9 a.m. on Saturday, your body never fully synchronizes. Cortisol spikes at the wrong times. Blood pressure fails to drop during the night the way it should. Inflammatory markers rise. And over years and decades, that chronic low-grade stress accumulates directly inside your arteries. The most dangerous part before we go further: if this is already making you reconsider your sleep habits, hit the like button right now. It helps this life-saving information reach more people. Here is the part that makes this finding especially alarming. The damage builds silently. There is no symptom, no warning, no pain. You feel completely fine in your 40s while the risk quietly doubles in the background. By the time cardiovascular disease announces itself, with a heart attack, a stroke, or a diagnosis, the damage has already been accumulating for years. Researchers found that even 5 minutes of daily movement, specifically exercises that engage the core, triggers a brain-cleaning effect that helps regulate the same neural pathways connected to cardiovascular and stress response systems. Our health, though, in other words, movement and sleep consistency work together as a system. You cannot fully protect your heart with exercise alone if your sleep clock is broken. And you cannot fully protect it with good sleep alone if you are sedentary. The two are deeply interconnected. What about weekends? This is the question everyone wants answered. Can you just catch up on sleep over the weekend? The research says no, and here is why. Weekend sleep recovery, what scientists call recovery sleep, does partially restore some cognitive function. But it does not reset the circadian disruption that happened during the week. Your blood pressure patterns, your cortisol curve, your inflammatory baseline, these do not recover in 2 days. They require consistent, sustained routine over weeks and months to normalize. The weekend lie-in feels good. But biologically, it is extending the jet lag, not fixing it. What you should do starting tonight: 1. Set a fixed wake time and protect it every single day, including weekends. Your wake time anchors your entire circadian rhythm. It is more important than your bedtime. 2. Create a 30-minute wind-down window before bed. No bright screens. No stimulating content. No work emails. Your brain needs a runway to land, not a sudden shutdown. 3. Keep your bedroom cool and dark. Core body temperature needs to drop by 1 to 2 degrees Celsius to initiate deep sleep. A warm bedroom fights this process every single night. 4. Track your consistency, not just your duration. Most people track how many hours they sleep. Almost nobody tracks whether they sleep at the same time. Start tracking consistency and your heart will thank you in a decade. 5. If your schedule makes consistency impossible, shift work, young children, long commutes, talk to a doctor about chronotherapy strategies specifically designed for circadian disruption. This is a real medical field and real solutions exist. The bottom line: you can eat well. You can exercise. You can avoid every known risk factor. But if your sleep schedule is chaotic, if you are going to bed at different times every night without a second thought, you may be doubling your heart attack risk without ever knowing it. The most powerful thing you can do for your heart tonight costs nothing. It requires no prescription, no gym membership, no diet change. Just go to sleep at the same time you did last night. And do it again tomorrow. If this video just changed how you think about sleep, share it with someone you love right now. Not tomorrow. Someone in your life needs to hear this. And subscribe with the bell icon so you never miss a health story this important again. We will see you in the next one.